What if everything you thought you knew about being a dad was wrong? Think about the classic image of a father, the stoic breadwinner, the disciplinarian, the guy who teaches you how to ride a bike and then heads back to his garage or his newspaper. For generations, that was the gold standard. But what if that model is not just outdated, but actually holding us back? Holding back our kids, our partners, and even ourselves. Today, we're going on a journey to explore a radical rethink of fatherhood, one that is already taking shape, yes. And we'll define what it means to be a dad in the years to come. This isn't about dad bods or dad jokes. This is about the very soul of what it means to be a man and a father in the modern world. Let's start by acknowledging a simple truth. The world has changed. The rigid, one-size-fits-all family structure of the past is gone. Today, we have dual-income households, stay-at-home dads, single fathers, blended families, and a spectrum of arrangements that would have been unimaginable just a few decades ago. Yet, the cultural script for fathers has been incredibly slow to catch up. We still often see dads portrayed in media as either the bumbling, incompetent sidekick to a supermom or the emotionally distant provider. This creates a confusing and often frustrating double bind for men. We're told to be more involved, more emotionally available, but we're often not given the tools, the role models, or the societal permission to do so. It's like being asked to assemble a complex piece of furniture with the wrong instructions and half the parts missing. The first major shift in this radical rethink is moving from provider to nurturer. Historically, a father's primary role was economic. As long as the bills were paid and there was a roof over everyone's head, he was considered a good dad. Anything else was a bonus. But mountains of research in psychology and neuroscience now tell us something profound. A father's nurturing presence is not a bonus, it's essential. It's just as crucial for a child's healthy development as a mother's. When fathers are actively engaged in caregiving, changing diapers, giving baths, reading bedtime stories, and offering comfort, it literally shapes a child's brain. It builds secure attachment, boosts cognitive skills, and fosters empathy. This isn't about replacing mom. It's about providing a second, equally important pillar of emotional security. A child with two deeply engaged, nurturing parents has a foundation of support that is exponentially stronger. So, how do we make this shift from provider to nurturer a reality? It starts with redefining strength. For so long, masculine strength has been synonymous with emotional suppression. Big boys don't cry. Tough it out. Don't be a sissy. These phrases, often passed down from our own fathers, have taught generations of men to disconnect from their feelings. But true strength isn't about not having emotions. It's about having the courage to feel them, understand them, and express them constructively. This is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, and it's the greatest gift a father can give his children. When a dad can say, "I'm feeling sad today," or "That made me angry, and here's why," he's not showing weakness. He's modeling emotional health. He's teaching his sons and daughters that all feelings are valid and that there are healthy ways to manage them. He's breaking a cycle of toxic masculinity and giving his children the vocabulary for their own inner worlds. This brings us to the next radical idea: fathers as champions of their children's individuality. The traditional model often saw fathers as enforcers of conformity, pushing their children, especially their sons, into a narrow box of acceptable interests and behaviors. You play sports, you're tough, you like blue, you don't play with dolls. The future of fatherhood throws that entire script out the window. The new role is to be a gardener, not a sculptor. A sculptor tries to force raw material into a preconceived shape. A gardener understands that their job is to provide the right conditions, the soil, the water, the sunlight, and then step back and allow the unique seed to grow into whatever it's meant to be. This means encouraging your son's love for baking as much as his love for football. It means celebrating your daughter's passion for building robots as much as her love for ballet. It's about seeing our children for who they truly are, not who we expect them to be, and loving them unconditionally for it. This creates a space of psychological safety where a child can explore their true self without fear of judgment or rejection. Of course, this transformation can't happen in a vacuum. It requires a partnership built on genuine equality. The future of fatherhood is intrinsically linked to the future of motherhood and the future of partnership. For a dad to be more involved at home, there needs to be a corresponding shift in expectations at work and in the relationship. It means a true 50-50 split of the mental load, that invisible, never-ending to-do list of managing a household and a family. It's not just about who does the dishes. It's about who remembers that you're out of dish soap, who notices the kids' shoes are getting too small, and who schedules the dentist appointments. When partners truly share this mental and emotional labor, it frees both of them up to be more present and fulfilled parents. It dismantles the old "mom is the default parent" dynamic and creates a true team where both players are equally valued and equally responsible. Companies and society at large also have a huge role to play. For too long, paternity leave has been seen as a novelty or a short vacation. The future demands that we see it for what it is, a critical bonding period that sets the stage for a lifetime of paternal involvement. When fathers take substantial leave, they don't just help out. They develop the core skills and confidence of a primary caregiver. They learn the baby's cues, they figure out their own soothing techniques, they become an equal parent from day one. This requires a cultural shift in the workplace, where men feel supported, not penalized, for prioritizing their families. We need to normalize fathers leaving at 3 p.m. for a school pickup and celebrate it as a sign of a well-rounded employee, not a lack of commitment. So what does this new father look like in action? He's the dad who is the primary contact for the school. He's the one who's in the group chat organizing playdates. He's the one who knows how to braid hair and can talk to his teenage daughter about her friendship struggles with genuine empathy. He's the one teaching his son that it's okay to be gentle and that vulnerability is a superpower. He's not perfect, no parent is, but he's present. He's emotionally attuned. He's a safe harbor in the storm of life. He's a partner, a nurturer, a gardener, and a guide. This isn't a demotion from the old role. It's a massive promotion. It's a role that is infinitely more challenging, but also infinitely more rewarding. This radical rethink of fatherhood is the most important work men can do. By shedding the old, restrictive armor of traditional masculinity, we don't just become better fathers. We become better partners, better friends, and more whole human beings. We give our children a blueprint for healthier relationships and a more expansive view of what it means to be a man or a woman in the world. We're not just raising kids, we're raising the next generation of parents. The change we make today will echo for generations to come. It's a quiet revolution, happening one bedtime story, one heart-to-heart conversation, and one shared chore at a time. This is the future of fatherhood, and it's a future worth fighting for. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What does the future of fatherhood look like to you? Do not forget to like this video and subscribe because you might not hear from us again, and that will not be in your best interest.